Yeah, I forgot I was on mute, but I got to clear my throat before you guys could hear it. I hate doing that on public. Yeah, it's been a while. How you guys doing? How's everybody? Yes, I was a little depressed. Cubs didn't make it to the playoffs. As the famous saying goes, wait till next year. But that's okay. We won the World Series in 2016, so I'm happy. Anyway, wanted to update you on the Powerball deal. So what happened was we won $8 on this last thing. Yep, $8. So I played that for tonight. So we have $8 of worth of tickets. I know it's not much, but and I was real busy at work today, and I didn't have time to communicate with y'all, see if you wanted to, go in on it tonight again. Then I was just too busy, and I'm like, well, you know what? Maybe we'll skip one. Maybe it'll roll over, and then we'll go at it again in a couple days. So, yeah, so we'll see what happens in a couple days. Hopefully it'll roll over. I can't see too well right now, so. Hey, everyone. Thank you for being here, everybody. Thank you all. Appreciate you guys. So I did want to. Our little friend was on today. She went live for, I don't even know how long this thing is. Did anybody watch her? Anybody watch this thing? October 4th. 46 minutes. All right, I could do that. And not that you don't pay attention to this stuff, but I want you to pay real. The stuff she said, it's all going to be the same crap. Same crap, different day. I mean, you can grab one of these random, of all her videos, you can randomly grab 5, and you won't know when they're from because they all sound the same. So we know what to expect already. But what I really want you to notice is her mannerisms, her physical movements, her eyes, facial movements. And it's peculiar, interesting. And I'm going to announce this right now because I've been putting it off way too long. Not on purpose. We're going to give this away tomorrow. Tomorrow night live, we're going to give this away. Pauline, I saw you there, and I just remembered I got to get to this. So this is for mañana. I'll figure out how we're going to do this on tomorrow. But we'll do this tomorrow. And then Pauline has agreed to put that up on my merch site. And they have a discount day, 15% off coming up pretty soon. So I'll try to get that ready by then. Okay, so let's see, what else was there? Was there something else? Probably. There's some local school district times that I want to school district news and goings on that I really want to talk about. Might not do it tonight, but in the next few days, I'm going to find a way to have that discussion a little bit. But it is local to Brownsville, and for those interested, it's a discussion that it has been going on in certain circles, but apparently not loud enough. They have to do with corruption and let's see, what's the other word for it? Shenanigans, favoritism, stuff like that. Ridiculous amounts of money being spent and paid on certain people, yet the hardworking teachers and school teachers, and this is everywhere, right? They pay out of their own pocket for supplies and for things and for arts and crafts or whatever it is, for assignments for their kids, their students, not even their own kids, but they put out of pocket. And they don't make enough money. They don't get enough of a stipend. Anyway, just things are not right. But we'll get to that at a different time. So, yes, the VT Chronicles for now. And like I said, even if you didn't watch, even if you didn't listen, you'll already know what's going on because it's the same crap day in and day out. Miss wants to be famous. But if you are watching, try to pay attention more to the mannerisms, the hand, facial movements, eye movements, and maybe a little extra attention to that. Let's see. Alrighty. Is that a stain on the shirt that I see? Oh, headphones. Around her neck. Okay. Is she gonna put on the headphones or?
Can never get these clean enough. I want to feel like I'm not wearing any glasses, right? Hello, this is Vanessa Tejerina coming at you live.
Well, the things that what scrubs are made out of are usually not ideal for cleaning your glasses.
Here in the Rio Grande Valley, South Texas. I can tell that they're not going to be clear, like not the way that I want them to be. Hold on.
Probably all greasy for some reason.
How's everyone doing?
Use Dawn.
Hi there, Miss Lupe Ramirez. How are you? Miss Kelly White, Jade, Julie, Mandy. Hey, Monica, you are catching me live. You know, considering how often I go live, I've gone live, right? I'm still, you know, I'm still taking a break because I don't go live as often. Do I?
Right.
I don't like this. It's still not. Why is there like a haze on there? I can never get these. Sometimes I can get them very clear.
You know, there's a lot of fabric you cannot clean your eyeglasses with, because all it's going to do is just spread the greases and oils that are on there. It's got to be a good kind of felt or feltish kind of a little towel or whatever. That's why you go to the eyeglasses area or section of your store. That's why they sell eyeglass cleaning kits. And then they'll come out real nice. But if you try nylon, all you're doing is swirling around whatever dirt and oils and grease that's on there. But we all knew that.
Well, now the other one's not that clear.
Is she going to put the headphones on? Or?
It looks like that might do it. It's better. It's not perfect. It's better.
Headphones off.
Hold on.
I gotta try to clean these. Let me get some sandpaper.
Really I've been taking a hiatus. That's why you don't see me all dressed up and stuff like that. I've been really concentrating on some things.
Yeah, because we always see you dressed up all the time, right? Yeah. Oh, that's right. Usually it's your red scrubs that you have on, not pink. What was I thinking?
Really, Kelly? Those glass wipes? I've never even considered them. I don't know why.
Because you're an idiot. The package says eyeglass cleaning towelette or towel or whatever. What do you think that means? What do you think that means? How many times did she say, oh, she's so intelligent? She's more intelligent than anybody on the planet. I'm more intelligent than Albert Einstein. I started going to the library at 2 years old.
I automatically, I'm very I guess it's because when I was little, I saw this, it sounded like it was Attenborough. Do you remember him? He used to narrate documentaries. And James Attenborough, if I'm not mistaken, he had an English accent. And one time, I think it was him. And
because he's British.
About, advertising. And
I think he's British.
And that really stayed in my mind. And I don't I don't give into gimmicks and things like that. Unless I feel it's really gonna work, But I'm gonna try that.
He's British. That's why he's got an English accent.
I have to put my name on my live. I have to. That's my name right there, because I have people that hate me, and there's hate pages, and so they try to stream.
I wonder, for some reason, if you guys feel the same, or I don't know, just I'm going to tell you what I think. I think at this point, she has said that so much. I don't even think the people that watch her believe her. Every time she says, "Oh, the hate pages. Oh, the hate pages. Oh, those haters." It's like she said that so much. It's like when terms are overused, like racism, hate, stuff like that. She said it so much. I wonder if her viewers, followers, whatever you want to call them, I wonder if they even, I wonder if they're sick of hearing that, basically.
My likeness, and they don't want you to know who I am, so that you can come over here and not hate me the way that they hate me. I don't
want to get into it too much. I posted a little bit something on it the other day. Got a bit of an eye condition, so it is bothering me, and I kind of have to blink a lot and make weird eye movements. So I think I'm just going to cover up like this.
These are going to be, if you don't really know who I am, or you don't really know I'm going to get these dirty again, and I don't want to. If you don't really know who I am, you're not going to understand me. I did all this just as a means to survive, right? Because there were things that were happening to me that nobody would believe.
Right.
If I didn't talk about them, nobody was going to believe them.
Because nobody would care. Like, you think you're the only person that has ever gotten beat up or went through something difficult at some point? Again, we go to this conversation. I think there are people with cancer out there and other diseases that are fighting for their life, day in and day out. If she wants to compare herself to that, yeah.
And it's been 8 years. It's going to be 9 years. And I just feel like my life was it was hijacked. And it was. It was, and I've been making the best of it. Right? I've been making the best of it. So the only reason I even did this, I'm a really private person. Some people wouldn't believe that, but I am.
So going live 3 or 4 times a day, hour, 2 hours, 3 hours at a time. That's a private person? Okay.
These next couple of months are going to be really hard. I've been saying that. Because I've been knowing that they're coming.
Got a few court dates coming up. I don't know what they are. I'll try to find out for you guys.
I'm going to ignore, I don't even know if there's anybody even saying anything negative right now, but I'm just going to say what I want to say. I've been doing nothing but concentrating for the last few hours.
Concentrating?
I've never seen you here, Joy Kirk. I'm not going to react the way that perhaps you may want me to react. But I'm not your baby.
Let's see how long that takes.
And I'm not
that lasts.
In fact, I'm very calm. What you see is me wondering how I'm going to say what I want to say. Not that I'm nervous about it.
Just get to the point.
It's one lens. And even if there was a million pair of eyeballs looking at me in real life,
Which there aren't.
I wouldn't be nervous. Because I don't get nervous.
You shouldn't be nervous.
Not with
Because you don't get nervous. You see how she did that?
But I've never seen your name on my page. Right?
She said she's not going to react like she has before. And what is she doing? She's doing that, exactly that.
And I doubt that you have any kind of degree, do you? Right?
Did you just say she wasn't going to do that?
To diagnose?
Like I said, there's a lot of stuff that we've seen a billion times, heard it a million times. Just pay attention to everything else, mannerism, hand movements, facial movements.
You see, that's what I mean. Neurotypical people like that tend to label people like me in ways like they almost see themselves like, well, if I was acting that way, it would be because I would be feeling like this. The problem is you're not me. And you're neurotypical. And the mannerisms and certain things that we display are not indicative of the reasons that a neurotypical would display those exact same things. I don't know what you're talking about. Because the same person who says, oh, sweetie, you're a nervous wreck, oh, baby.
So there might be some times coming up in the future where some of y'all might be invited to come live. Real simple. If you're going to come live, you've got to be on video. No audio only. That's going to be the one big rule. Just so you know.
Mm-mm.
You want to cam up? You want to cam up? It's going to be like that. I'm going to pull up another. You want to cam up?
Now she's saying she had a car accident. I was just scrolling. You look like you might be honest. I don't know what you're talking about because you're not even writing punctuation. And you see, that's one of the things that we have to deal with when we go live.
Punctuation?
Is people that are just people watchers. You see, I started using social media as a means to survive.
Right.
Because I knew that my story was going to be a great story one day. Merely because it was a story of survival that I don't think anybody else had ever gone through in the way that I've been going through it.
The Godfather was a great story. And I could name a bunch of mob movies. That was a great story. A Bronx Tale, that's a great story. Your thing? A comedy, maybe, you know?
And I knew that the only way that I could actually document it was to document it in real time. And one of those things, one of the side effects of that is having to come across people watchers. And I love y'all because most of you are people watchers. And you know you are. I love y'all. But you watch. You don't watch to degrade. No matter how unhealed you are. You don't watch to hate. You don't watch to pass judgment. You don't watch because you're bored and nothing else is going on in your life. And so you come across a woman and you think, well, I'm just going to mess with her and I'm going to play around with her. And then you get this kind of a reaction. Which is one that you never expected.
The kind of reaction that you are in the middle of is what we all expected and what you do all the time. Even though you just said 5 minutes ago that you were not going to react like that anymore, or whatever you said. But you said you weren't going to do it. And you didn't even pause You just slid right into doing it right after saying that last word. You're back to the classic Vanessa.
And 99% of the time, the people that get this reaction, that elicited this reaction from me, which is not the reaction they wanted, they feel bullied. They feel bothered. I'm not one of those. I'm not. Why do you think I'm so comfortable going live? There's no script here. I'm just talking. Why do you think I'm so comfortable going live with no makeup on? Why do you think I'm so comfortable being vulnerable? Showing my emotions, crying.
You mean fake crying?
It's because nothing that one of the 8 billion people on the planet can do is going to make me feel any kind of way. I've proved.
Oh, if you only knew. You keep saying, oh, that doesn't affect me. It doesn't make me feel any kind of way. But don't you get you're in the middle of feeling that kind of way? You're saying that you don't, yet you're in the middle of it. You don't see that? You guys all see that? I know you do. This one doesn't. This one doesn't. See? That's a manly hand. Not one of those little baby hands. Anyway, okay.
That for nearly a decade being live on social media. No, Joy Quirk, I think there's something wrong with you, to be quite honest. She's still trying. Yes, there should be a comma after that yes, by the way, or a period.
Oh my God.
Yes, I've watched you before. I thought the comments they were making about you and to you were awful, so you're going to make more comments that are judgmental towards me? How's that helpful? It's not. The thing is that there's a lot of neurodivergent people like me.
Ugh. Yeah.
Who aren't. They're not wired the way that I'm wired in my mind.
Yeah, you're
You
special.
see, a lot of them are susceptible to things like that. I'm not. Somebody can gaslight me till the cows come home. And it's not gonna work. And I love the fact that the universe was able to bless me, and it is a blessing, to be able to have that discernment between genuine empathy, because I can spot fake empathy real quick. You can call me sweetie, baby, anything you want, honey, whatever, right? But I know when your empathy is genuine and when it's not. And a lot of people like to come over here and just be part of it. You're not really part of it. If you didn't support me, you're not part of it. If you didn't try to really understand me, you're not part of it. And, well, if you act a certain way, then you do become part of it, but you don't become part of it in a positive way. You become part of it because you become a villain, an anti-hero. And people don't like to be remembered that way.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit.
Right? I wasn't even going to say anything like this, but, you know, it went into this direction. Either way, though, she didn't get the reaction that she wanted. And honestly, do I look nervous? No, I don't. I'm never nervous. Some people just don't learn.
Nervous from what? Of course you're not afraid of anybody because you never leave your car. You're in your car 14 hours a day. You never get out to go to a restaurant, to a restroom. I don't know how you pull that off. Something's going on there. Eating, easy, drive-through. Maybe you use the bucket before you leave the house, and then you use the bucket when you get home. But how about all the in-between? Your car is your protection. Your car is your safe place. Shit. At some point, you might even decide to sleep and live in your car. Which, from a very brief clip that we've seen before, it looks like you do. Just saying.
It's almost like they sometimes see me like as a game. I've said it before. They see me as a game, like I want to break her. There's been stronger minds, brighter people, more powerful, and they haven't been able to break me. I don't understand, and I will always be bewildered by the fact that some random person that's just people watches thinks that they're going to be the one to accomplish what people greater than them in so many regards have failed to do.
Oh yeah, where's her badge? Where's her little name tag?
Thank you. Before I go on, somebody wanted to know the brand of my scrubs. It's ADAR. ADAR. You can't buy them separately. You have to buy the whole, the set. So. I want to thank all of you. The ones that, and I always show my gratitude. I always tell you how grateful I am, because I am grateful.
Oh yeah, you always show it.
For those of you that don't come over here to try me.
Uh-huh.
No matter how bored your life is, you watch. But you don't try to get involved in such a way that you're trying to like get into my mind somehow and like disrupt it,
Mm-hmm.
I thank you for that. I don't know what material it is, to be quite honest with you. It's not even that stretchy. It really, it has just the little tiniest bit of stretch, but they fit perfect. So Joy Kirk doesn't like the way that, and she's still trying. Look at her. You act broken already. If you ever need someone to talk to, I'm on a few times a week. No, thank you.
I went to the website, but the website is closed in observance of some Jewish holiday or something.
I want to talk to you. Sorry if you took me as negative. No, I didn't take you as negative. You are negative. God bless and keep you always. No, there's something going on there. I think we can all see. There's something going on there. But like I said, that's the price that you pay whenever you go live. Why do you think a lot of people that are in influential positions, they'll go to press conferences and this and that, wherever it's controlled, the kind of access that people have to them, right? They would never do this. They don't have enough PR or moderators to be able to, so that they can actually deal with it, in the way that they can deal with it.
Well, from what I can see, I can't find that one, but
that's not even why I was going to make this video.
Doesn't seem expensive.
If you all want to go at her, I mean, that's your thing. But,
See, that's her way of instigating. She wants to pretend that somebody made a comment, oh, can we go after her? And then she responds, well, if you want to go after her, that's up to you. Like, nobody asked her nothing. She just, that's her way of instigating.
Joy Kirk.
That what she blames other people for is what she does herself.
Joy. That's ironic. That's so ironic that somebody as negative and as, you know, the way you are, for you to be named Joy of all names. Right? I just realized that. Joy? You're like a killjoy. Like a human being like you being named Joy. It's like an oxymoron. That doesn't make sense. Kelly says you come live to give a message and somebody always has to divert your train of thought and take you off track. Well, no, I'm on there. In fact, what she came to do, kind of like, she made herself almost like a visual aid, like a mental aid. Like, this is exactly what she's talking about. People like that. I don't believe that Joy is a psychiatric nurse. Perhaps she's been a patient. I don't believe that 1 second. With that kind of punctuation, no. With that kind of behavior, no. She probably if I were to guess, she's probably been in the care of such people, and she's probably had great regard for those kind of people. And so she's created this online personality that makes her feel, well, no one's going to really know if I'm a psychiatric nurse or not. And that's what I hold in high regard.
Here she goes diagnosing people again. I think it's hilarious. I think it's very funny that she thinks she's so good at diagnosing people and knowing what their life is like. All from something they type or their profile picture. Some uncanny abilities that she has, or that she thinks she has. But the fact that she does it is funny as all hell. It really is. And again, I still find it hilarious that she said she was not going to do this, yet she's doing it. How many minutes are we into this already? 20 minutes, 22 minutes into this? And she's doing it.
So that's what I'm going to pretend to be. No, I was taking a break because I was just so focused, like laser focused right now, hyper focused. And if some of you don't know, I'm on the spectrum, but I'm high functioning. And I have ADHD, an extreme form of ADHD.
An extreme form of ADHD.
But I've had to learn to be very disciplined. And it hasn't been easy, especially it wasn't easy as a child. It was really difficult. But that's part of what masking is, right? I wish I was OCD. That's one thing that I wish that I had. I really do. I really do. You know, a lot of people, well, OCD can be a good thing, could be a bad thing. It's a bad thing when it doesn't, when the aspects of your OCD, it's only pathological and becomes a bad thing when aspects of that, or whatever it is you're talking about, is limiting your ability to function in your life. Like, there's some people that have OCD and it's like a superpower, right? Because everything is in its place and everything has a place, right?
Because you can try to turn certain things, certain afflictions, or certain things that happen to you into a positive power, to a positive doing. Even people that are diagnosed with mental illness don't go around saying, I'm a victim, I'm a victim. They try to be productive. Something you should try to do.
But then there's some people who have OCD and they can never get anywhere on time. They usually have rituals or something's out of place and they're constantly late, and it affects the ability for them to function. You see? So it becomes pathological at that point. And I think it's wonderful when people have had something that has been pathological and they've been able to harness it. And either become so disciplined or just become almost a master at their thing. That it's no longer pathological and it actually makes you superhuman in some ways. I bet, Heather. I bet. It's exhausting living with somebody who has something like that. That's why I've learned I have to temper it.
Temper it.
Especially if you want to, if you have any hope, you know, to have a successful relationship, right? Two neurodivergence, I guess it depends. One can be really quiet and one could be very high energy. That could work. Then you can have a neurodivergent with high energy and a neurotypical with low energy. Bit understanding, and that could work. And sometimes you just have to.
So I said, if you caught the beginning of when I started tonight, we've all heard the same crap over and over again. Not much new there. But look at her facial expressions, her mannerisms. Why? Why did I tell you to do that? Because she's so freaking boring to listen to already. Unless something else has happened, which it hasn't. Sometimes when she attacks or goes after people, it could be amusing. But not tonight. She claims she's not reacting, but yet she's reacting for 30 minutes already. And I said, pay attention to the mannerisms and everything because if we had to just listen to this and listen to what she's saying, yeah, everybody's going to fall asleep. So.
Temper it. So that your possibilities increase. I bet you he's amazing, Heather. I was looking at something.
There was something going on. I mean, not that it's a surprise that she might be, high or something. But somewhere along this video, I noticed she just looks like she's high or something.
Dr. Somerville, he was my doctor when I was a little kid. He was my doctor from the time I was about 3 years old. And many of you may know him, Dr. Somerville in Harlingen, Texas. he had his office right there by Valley Baptist Medical Center in Harlingen. And I was a regular patient.
Robert Somerville.
And I remember every time going, I'd constantly have my ears checked because they couldn't figure out why I was so sensitive to some frequencies and why I could hear some frequencies that some people couldn't hear.
You mean like a dog? Dogs are very sensitive to very high frequencies. Is that what you mean? Sure would explain a lot, but anyway.
And how in the presence of other noises, things would change, right?
So if you don't know her by now, and I'll go back just a little bit, 27, 24. This is the part you could tell she's telling a story, making it up as she goes along. Because you have these moments where she'll just look out way out there somewhere. And you can tell she wants to make you think she's in deep thought. And yeah, I'm diagnosing. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm diagnosing right now. She wants to pretend like she's in deep thought, but she's really, what am I going to say next? Let's see, where do I take the story next? What am I going to say next? Let's take this story somewhere. That's exactly what she's doing. Bank on it. Here you go, watch.
And how in the presence of other noises, things would change, right? And it wasn't actually that I was hard of hearing. It really wasn't. It was that I heard everything. Every little thing. And what actually I had was auditory processing disorder.
Right. So she's had like every disorder known to man since she was, -3 months old. She's had everything.
Auditory processing disorder. It means that in the presence of some other noises, especially that are unpleasant to me,
like the sound of your own voice,
it would be hard for me to concentrate on the one thing that I need to concentrate on. The one voice.
Driving? Oh.
It took me 8 years to get my biology and chemistry degree from the university because I went part-time. I never skipped a semester. Ever.
I don't know about you guys. There's no way in hell I could be in school for 8 years. I wouldn't make it. I want to get in and out as quick as possible. 2 years, 4 years max, done. 8 years? Somehow when you look back at all her shenanigans and her episodes and all her things, never once was there I was going to school or I don't know. I don't believe it either. Sorry. Not sorry. I just don't believe it.
I skipped a summer. I never skipped a summer 1, summer 2, ever.
Summer 1, summer 2?
I always made sure I took at least 2 classes. And I knew that there was something wrong when I started to avoid professors that had accents other than British accents. It was difficult for me because it wasn't something that I had been used to. A British accent is very pleasant.
I got nothing. I got nothing. Sorry.
And if they speak clearly, because sometimes you can have a British accent and it's like, it's like My Fair Lady. You know what I mean? Before she became My Fair Lady, when they're trying to teach her, when Eliza Doolittle, when she had that like a Cockney accent, that's difficult. I'm not talking about that kind of English accent. That would be actually difficult for me, a little bit difficult for me, because it'd be like, wait a minute, hold on, right? And sometimes, that's the thing about social media, is that I came across, and I'll probably share something later on, but right now, before I did this video, I came across...
She's lying again. She's making it up. Can you tell? Come on, you guys can tell. Listen to what she did. I came across... Watch your facial expressions. Watch.
That's the thing about social media, is that I came across, and I'll probably share something later on, but right now, before I did this video, I came across... It just made me want to cry. Because I really didn't think that other people... It's hard to find people that have also dealt with things like that their whole lives. And it was a TikTok where she says, I was today's years old when I found out that I was not hard of hearing, that I actually had auditory processing disorder.
So she went to TikTok and she heard the term auditory processing disorder. And now she's got it? Is that what just happened? She added this to her list of afflictions? She's diagnosing herself from TikTok? Hey, it's cool to have audio processing whatever disorder. She's going to have a t-shirt that says, I had audio processing disorder before it was cool. How much you want to bet? So she's going to pick up everything she hears on TikTok, and then she's, yeah, that's what I have. I had that too. Lordy.
And so then, of course, I went down the rabbit hole of her page, right? Her TikTok. And it's rare to find somebody that actually has lived a lot of the same kind of aspects that you've lived when you're so different. I'm just glad that things like this are more prevalent. Because
are there any TikToks on video? How to be a good mom? How to... Good Mom 101.
Because there's kids right now, and they're not going to have to enter a world that is so against a neurodivergent mind. They're lucky.
Neurodivergent now.
They're luckier.
Yeah.
I say we because they're part of my tribe. We're always going to have those people like the Joys of the world.
Part of her tribe, yeah.
That are always going to judge us for being different, or that are going to want to play with our emotions because it makes them as an unhealed person or as a person with something going on up here.
Oh, there's something going on up here, all right.
Mess with somebody that has a neurodivergent mind.
Up there.
But it will be easier than the...
Actually, there's something not going on up there, which is a problem. Right there. No, we can't get into it. But right up there.
world that I entered 45 years ago. And I'm glad for that. Especially because I've noticed that there's a lot of neurodivergent couples. You see them. And it's like, you know, when you have white flowers and you have pink flowers, and, you know, what happens when you have two pink flowers? The chances that you're gonna pollinate them and they're gonna come together, you're gonna have some more pink flowers, right? Once in a while, two pink flowers will have white flowers as offspring.
Does anybody know what the hell she's talking about? Anybody? It's like she's talking Chinese right now. In my head, I keep saying, excuse my language, I keep saying, what the fuck is she talking about? But these little voices, what the hell is she talking about? Can you make this out? I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know what the hell she's talking about.
And that's all I wanted to say.
You know why? Because she doesn't even know what she's talking about. That's why. That's the reality.
That's it. It was just a thought that it was in my mind, and I just wanted to get it out. That's all. There's people right now that are masking that you would never ever suspect of being neurodivergent. But they are. And I just hope one day it accelerates the time that it's going to take for people to see neurodivergence, to normalize neurodivergency.
Yeah, I don't know what the thought in her mind was. Something about pink flowers or white flowers pollinating and neurodivergent couples, and I don't know. It's like my brain hurts trying to think about that.
To actually accept neurodivergency as it's a thing. And they literally process things differently. Everything. Every single sense. The sense of touch, smell, taste, their hearing. Every which way to process is different. They're literally living a different kind of human experience than neurotypicals are. And sadly, they're living in a world that was created for neurotypicals. There is no alternative when there should be. The most serious that it could be is like when you have law enforcement that, can you imagine? I've seen it, we've seen it, we've heard of it, we don't hear of it often. You know? Try to tell a fresh adult.
A fresh adult.
Not that high functioning.
The fuck is a fresh adult? What's a fresh adult? Did like you go to Sam's Club and you just bought a fresh? Yeah, I got a fresh adult. What's a fresh adult?
Autistic. Human. to stay still and put their hands up when they don't understand what it is that they did wrong. Can you imagine? And they're just asking you what's going on. And if you were the parents of such a child, then you understand. My son, thank you for removing the comment. I saw you remove the comment. I haven't looked down, but I see what's going on, and I can see when somebody posts something and then when somebody deletes it. Even though I don't look down, I have really good peripheral vision.
He's Wonder Woman.
But can you imagine? Because I know that there's footage out there like that, and I remember one time about a year and a half ago watching such a thing happen, and then feeling helpless.
No, that was not
Can you
from Vanessa.
imagine knowing that the child that you're raising right now is going to turn into an adult that's one day going to have to enter a world that doesn't understand that there's two different sets of minds.
There's billions and billions of different sets of minds. You know what? I don't know what I'm talking about. I lost track of what she's saying. I'm like, this is... Can you imagine somebody who's high, smoking weed, smoking a blunt, listening to this? Or somebody on acid?
And neurotypicals only make up about 80%. But what about the other 20? Talk about, do their lives matter? Do their lives matter? Because they come in every single color as well. And every single gender. Vanessa, there's only 2 genders. Don't tell me about them. It's me. Almost everything is a spectrum.
I'm not saying neurodivergent is a bad thing. I just don't think she's that. I don't think she's half of what she says she is or has. I think she gives a bad name to people that are neurodivergent.
Even though
I think she's more typical than she thinks. I know she likes to believe she's this snowflake that's unlike any other. Anywhere. And of course, everybody's different from everybody. There's no one like me. There's no one like her. There's no one like anybody. But she wants to make it like she's, you know what she's trying to do.
like to think of things as being black and white. No, almost everything is a spectrum. It's rare the thing that is not. It's rare the thing that is just black and white.
Oh, what thing are you talking about? Explain.
But those people that oppose things that are different want things to be black and white, when really the majority of things are on a spectrum. But it's easier for some humans, most humans, to see things as, no, it's either this way or that way. That's all I had to say. I may not
7
know
more
a lot
minutes.
of you. The majority of you don't know who you are.
You don't know any of us. You don't know anybody out there.
But I know that there's some of you that watch me with curiosity because you understand that you have a little girl or a little boy that you love in your life that is really different. And perhaps sometimes you wonder, what's it going to be like when they're an adult? And some of you may watch me with cruelty, being in that same situation.
With cruelty.
And hate me even though your child, male or female, is probably more like me than they are like you.
I think not. I know
And
not.
if they're outspoken, and if they're put in a position to defend themselves,
I don't care if they're outspoken. All I know is that they're not a crackhead. And they'll never be.
this is something that they might do. And imagine the irony when you that hated me is now the loved one of somebody who is surviving exactly as she who you hated.
I know she likes to pretend or make it sound like she knows what she's talking about. But she doesn't.
I'm not actually back.
She's back. She keeps coming back every couple days. She wants, I'm on a hiatus. Like, no, you're not. If you're on a hiatus, when people go, they go. If people want to disappear for a week or a month or for 6 months, they'll go and they'll do it. You're nothing. You're up to something that maybe only you know about for now. And so what? She wants to make it sound like, oh, I'm back, but I know you had to hear from me, so I'm coming back. But I've been gone.
I'm not actually back. That's why you haven't seen me all dressed up.
You're never dressed up. Once in a great while,
It seems
you'll sit in your cesspool with that thing you have behind you, that the bucket is holding up, and you'll put on a dress that's 3 sizes too small, and then you put the red lipstick on, and then you do the black hair thing, and you pull it back or whatever. That's dressed up. All right. And what do you do that once every couple of months? Okay. Whatever.
like I only have time to sleep and do everything else that I have to do that's really important.
Well, quit driving in your car for friggin' 14 hours a day and just do your job and go home and go to sleep like regular people.
Maybe when the fall is over, I'll be able to talk about things with you guys. Yeah, and even dress up.
Let me tell you something about fall. This is South Texas. And it's been like 100 degrees every day for 3 or 4 months. I shit you not, all right? Down here in South Texas, we don't have a fall. We have hot and not so hot. Hot and not so hot. And the occasional cold, which will last a couple of weeks at the most. So for somebody to say, oh, I want to wait till fall is over. It's not like we live in Chicago or Boston or New York or anywhere up north where the seasons actually change. So she wants to rely on fall to go live or dress up because we've never seen her dressed up. It is what it is. Bless her heart.
Because this weight loss got me, to buy some clothes that Vanessa, you don't even go nowhere. You are antisocial. You don't. Where you gonna be wearing that to? You don't go on dates. You don't do things like that. What you doing? Right? You rarely accept invitations to anywhere. Right?
To nowhere. Nobody invites her anywhere. Nobody invites her. You never accept any invitations. That's because nobody invites you. Come on. And if I'm not mistaken, she's admitted that before.
But it's like I said, I said it before, I could wear those when I sit and talk to you. Outside of these scrubs. Thank you. Thank you. No, I'm in the middle of my work. I'm in the middle of my work. I have the kind of job that's
That's what?
I'm not on a time clock. There's moments in which I'm on the time clock. And that's it. There's a lot of flexibility in the kind of industry that I'm in. Susan Triplet says, I don't understand how anyone can hate you. You speak the truth. Well, they hate me.
How in the world would people that don't know her know that she's speaking the truth? How on any planet would that be possible? Well, maybe an alien planet, because they can read your minds and stuff like that. I get it. But for people to believe her stuff, oh, you speak the truth. You're so beautiful. You're so strong, girl. You go, girl. You keep speaking the truth. Now I gotta do a Vanessa. Yeah. It's almost over, folks. It's almost over.
For different reasons. They hate me for the way that I look, for the way that I sound, for the way that I react, for the way that I survive. They hate me when I dress up because I'm not as unattractive as they would like me to be. They hate me because I'm not shamed. I'm not embarrassed. They hate me because they know that they are some of those 8 billion people that try their hardest, but they can't get the reaction that they want out of me.
You gave us the reaction. It doesn't take much to get a reaction out of you. You did it for almost the whole entire your show, your program, your live, whatever you want to call it. You did it for almost the entire time. You were reacting to what people were saying in the comments. How do you? He's so intelligent. How do you not see that? How do you not see that? Unless you're not all there. Delusional. That's what it is.
They hate me too because they can't control me.
Who's trying to control her? Nobody's trying to. The truth is, she gets off on being hated. She gets off on being the victim. If she can tell everybody, oh, I'm the most hated one, they hate me, but I'm still here online, they hate me. Only herself cares about that. And her stupid followers that don't know any better. Oh, you're the victim. Yeah, you go, girl. You're so strong. Keep surviving. It's a freaking circus. It's a circus.
They hate me because they can't get me off of this. And and the thing is that all of those that hate me see exactly the same thing that you all see that don't hate me. And really, they don't hate me. Really, they like me.
I wouldn't go that far, but I definitely don't hate you. Never have. I'll say it. Like Bam and I have said it before. You're entertaining. It's entertainment. You bounce between crackhead entertainment and popcorn entertainment. And if you can blend the two, it's some kind of crack corn entertainment. Crack corn entertainment. Yeah. Or pop crack. Something like that.
They do. They do. They all do. They see something in me that they know is attractive, and not just on the outside, but it's like magnet. And they don't want other people to feel that attraction. And so to them, it's inconvenient to be kind. And the best people of the world are the ones that are kind, even if it's inconvenient to be kind.
Inconvenient to be kind.
Yes, they also hate that. But anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna need your prayers in the next few weeks, in the next few months. And you're gonna have all my prayers and all my positive thoughts and positive vibes.
Please, everybody, please pray that I don't go to jail. Please pray for me that they don't send me up the river. Please pray for me.
Even the ones that hate me.
I'm telling you, it wouldn't surprise me if she literally has a feel good down there thinking about how much people hate her. And just thinking this shit up, just thinking it. And on those programs where people start arguing with her a lot, and she's gonna block people, she goes after everybody and showing their profile. I bet she gives her a good feel good later that night. She gets off on that stuff. Yes, that's correct. Crack pop. Pop crack. Crack pop.
You're gonna watch me survive. Just like the ones that don't hate me. Yeah. As much as you don't like it, I'm gonna survive. And everything's going to be okay.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Okay.
Right. Let's see.
She reminds me of Stuart Smalley. You know who that is? Do you remember him? Vanessa, she looks at herself in the mirror and she says, Vanessa, you're a strong woman. You got this. You're going to be okay. Because you're strong. You're intelligent. And doggone it, people like you. Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness, has that thing gone off? Y'all, how did y'all know that it hadn't done it? Y'all started talking about it and it did it right now. That's crazy. I'm in an area where there's a lot of people and a lot of phones, and I'm glad that I walked out and it didn't happen all at once when I was in there. But as soon as y'all started talking about it, it happened right now. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know the signal. Well, it just happened. Right now. Interesting.
That was Satan.
Did you hear it? I don't even know what to think about that.
Could that have been Satan? Remember that? Saturday Night Live. Yeah. Church lady.
I guess the most benign thing is that it's kind of like, you know, this was a test from the emergency broadcasting system. The way that we would see it when we were little on the TV with all the lines. And this is only a test in the event of an emergency. This is the way that we are going to relay information to you. Hopefully that's all it is.
Yeah, that happened today. What time did it happen today? It's not on my alerts anymore, is it? Oh, there it is. 1:18 p.m. Did everybody's phone went off at the same time? Where I was at, and I was around a lot of people. Everybody's phone off. You started hearing that, and there's just, yeah.
It literally went off right now as soon as you all started talking about it.
Like, literally?
But, thank you. That's all I have to say. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Oh boy. You know, there was a moment there where I totally lost me. I have no words. Yes, it was 1:18. And they were testing, and they announced it a few days ago. Oh, your phone's going to go off. Your phone's going to go off. So in case you didn't know, I've got a message from my confidential informant here. Or you might know this already. Who knows? Maybe I'm the one who's late. I mean, I knew this a couple of weeks ago. But if you didn't know, because this has already been out there, her stalking case has been dismissed. In case you didn't know that. Did you know that? I don't think you know that. Some of you might have known already. Maybe it's old news. I apologize, but you know, people keep asking, when is she going to court? When is she going to court next? And I'll try to get that information. I know we're all concerned about the big one, which is the real estate, welfare fraud. That's the one that we're. Yep. And this is one of those things where you know how they say sometimes time is on your side? Well, it's one of those things, most likely, this is my opinion. But some things get put off for so long and get delayed for so long. People change, people pass away, people are no longer available, they move, or they simply don't want to participate anymore. Unless they are subpoenaed, and forced to do so. But if they're not, if at one point some people were willing to be helpful in whatever way, whatever side, all of a sudden they are no longer. Too much time has passed. They've thought about too much, and all of a sudden people are not available. That's just my opinion. But it could have been one of a number of things. That's how the cookie crumbles. And I said it. I think I said it last month. I'm like, my prediction that everything gets dismissed except for the welfare fraud. She will have to stand trial for that, and she will. And I think it's a significant amount of money that she will be ordered to pay in one way or another. One of those ways being do some time. Might not be a long time. Still, it'll be time. And then restitution. That's my opinion. For what it's worth. So yes, I'll try to find out on the others and the other stuff. And I'm sure we'll talk again in the next day or so. Well, tomorrow we're going to do that t-shirt giveaway. So we'll see. I'll dig up when the next court case, her next court appearance is. And I don't know, Kelly. I'm trying to find out. I'm going to try to find out why. That's what I'm trying to find out. A lawyer, somebody who wrote this, a lawyer once said, the longer cases are put off, the more evidence disappears. Yeah, and that too. That's pretty much what I'm talking about. Things change over time, including people. And it just... Is it by design? Could be. Which is the crappy part. But anyway. So, that's the end of that story for now. I try to dig up the info on the other case, remaining cases. Powerball drawing is tonight. We did not play except for the $8 that I dunked into it tonight. The $8 from our winnings for those who contributed last time. And if it rolls over again, let's revisit the pool in a couple days, and we'll take it from there. A lot of money. It's over $1 billion, 1.2 billion, if I'm not mistaken, right now. So everyone, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll see what happens for tomorrow. Let me get this off of there. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for being here. Talk to you later.